If I had to start semen retention again, struggling with a porn addiction while being unable to find a solution to the problem can be an upsetting and frustrating experience. The majority of treatments for porn addiction involve a number of different types of therapy, including cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, individual therapy, trauma therapy, support groups for porn addiction, and sometimes even medication for underlying health conditions that could be contributing to the addiction. However, there are situations when these strategies for overcoming a pornographic addiction are useless. When something like this does place, further measures, in addition to those outlined above, are required. Ejaculation, or the practice of withholding semen, is one way that can be used. Semen retention. The retention of one's sperm is considered by some men to be a natural treatment for addictions to masturbation and/or sexual acts like masturbation and/or pornography. To begin, it is important to comprehend that the retention of sperm is not a negative thing. It has been practiced for centuries, but it has only recently gained popularity as a possible treatment for a wide variety of medical and mental issues, such as sadness, anxiety, porn addiction, and other similar conditions. Releasing semen or trying not to ejaculate does not suggest that you should make it your goal to avoid having orgasms. Rather, it means that you are still able to enjoy sexual pleasure or orgasms even if you do not ejaculate or withhold semen. Semenless orgasms is the term used to describe this phenomenon. The practice of semen retention is an age-old technique that aims to improve a man's mental and physical well-being to the point where he no longer has to fulfill himself through sexual activity. However, this behavior can be known by a variety of names depending on the culture. Semen retention is common across the world. You have the option of staying away from sexual activity altogether, or you can educate yourself on how to achieve an orgasm without ejaculating. It requires a great deal of control over one's muscles. Thus, you should make it a habit to perform Kegel exercises. The act of contracting your pelvic muscles shortly before you ejaculate is essential. These different types of exercise are available. Locate your pelvic floor muscles. Stop urinating in the middle of the stream or tense the muscles that are preventing you from farting. You should have a better idea of the location of those muscles now. You can perform these exercises while seated, standing, or even walking. You can even do them while lying down. Contract your pelvic floor muscles. Maintain this position for 3 seconds, and then let go and rest for 3 seconds. Only concentrate on squeezing the muscles on the floor of your pelvis. Maintain a calm state in the muscles of your buttocks, thighs, and abdominal region. Relax your breath and take it easy. In order to develop better muscular control, you should perform this movement in sets of 10 and a minimum of 3 times per day. Maintaining control over your muscles is essential whether you're engaging in oral, vaginal, or anal sexual activity. Relax your jaw, buttocks, and legs, and let go of whatever stress you may be feeling. Figure out how to relax and stay away from situations that cause an excessive buildup of energy in the pelvis. Take some slow, deep breaths as the orgasm begins to come on. To get your body back into a state of peace, you could try staying totally motionless for a few moments. Focus on the other individual instead of yourself. At this moment, you are able to apply pressure to the region that is located between the anus and the scrotum, as indicated by Biroho.org, perineum. This can lead to a procedure called retrograde ejaculation, which causes ejaculation to be directed into the bladder rather than out of the penis. The orgasm continues unabated despite this. Is this something that should be done on a temporary or more permanent basis? It's something that's really close to your heart. Think about the reasons you're practicing semen retention and the benefits you're hoping to reap from doing so. If you're getting positive results from it, there doesn't appear to be any reason not to keep doing it. In the event that it is not, you are free to stop at any time. How can one engage in masturbation that does not involve ejaculating? To become skilled at semen retention, you are going to need self-discipline in addition to a certain level of practice. You won't get wounded by masturbating, and it won't have any effect on your ability to make sperm either. In addition, it is recommended that you practice the skill on your own before attempting it with a partner. Once more, this is a matter of one's own individual choice. Make sure that the muscles in your legs and buttocks do not become tense. Take some slow, deep breaths to assist you in maintaining a calm state in your muscles. Pay heed to the cues that your body gives you. Learn to identify your degree of arousal as well as the sensations that occur immediately before you have an orgasm. The following are some methods that can be used to delay orgasm. When you begin to feel the onset of an orgasmic sensation, apply pressure to the tip of your penis, right where the head meets the shaft. Hold that pressure for a few seconds until the impulse to ejaculate has passed, and then release it. It is vital to repeat. Apply some pressure to the area around your perineum with your fingertips. With enough experience, you'll be able to zero in on the precise location that will set off retrograde ejaculation. You and your spouse will want to be on the same wavelength, so communicate with them first. Talk to them about what you intend to achieve and how they can assist you. Inquire about how this will have an impact on their enjoyment, what they are willing to do, and what they are not willing to do. Simply said, you should talk to each other about setting limits and satisfying one another's needs and wants. Some people hold the assumption that if they go without ejaculating for an extended period of time, they will be able to have more intense orgasms. However, the findings of a pilot study conducted in 2001 reliable source show that there may not be a significant difference in the way a person's neurological system reacts when they ejaculate after they had gone without ejaculating for a period of 3 weeks. Edging is the act of participating in sexual stimulation all the way up to the point of orgasm, then pausing and beginning the process all over again. The International Society for Sexual Medicine reports that edging has the potential to help boost the intensity of an orgasmic experience for certain individuals. People who have problems with premature ejaculation may resort to methods like edging in order to extend the time they spend engaging in sexual activity. Some techniques, such as the start-stop or squeeze techniques, involve stimulating the penis until just before orgasm, then stopping or squeezing the penis until the urge to ejaculate goes away. Other techniques, such as the start-stop or squeeze techniques, involve stimulating the penis until just after orgasm. There is a possibility that some individuals feel that sperm storage can enhance sperm quality and, as a consequence, increase fertility. On the other hand, there hasn't been much research done on this topic. According to the findings of an older study, a person simply needs to refrain from ejaculating for 1 day in order to provide the best possible samples of their sperm. Source you can rely on. In addition, it recommends that people abstain from sexual activity for no more than 10 consecutive days. According to the findings of a study that was published in 2018, periods of ejaculatory abstinence that are longer than 4 days may have a negative impact on sperm. According to the findings of a study that was published in 2015, trusted source everyday ejaculation does not appear to have any significant adverse effects on the quality of sperm. A look back at 2018. According to a reliable source, the current recommendations for excellent sperm samples call for an ejaculatory abstinence period that ranges from 2 to 7 days. According to the review, there is some evidence that a shorter period of abstinence may be favorable to the quality of sperm. There is a substantial body of data to support the idea that adopting a healthy lifestyle can contribute to improvements in one's overall sense of well-being. In addition to preserving sperm, one should maintain a good diet, engage in regular physical activity, and obtain a suitable amount of sleep in order to lower the likelihood of having the disease. It is important for a person to be constantly conscious of what they are doing to themselves and how their actions influence their body. If something doesn't feel quite right or makes you uncomfortable, you should immediately cease doing it. The retention of one's own sperm is done with the intention of regaining control over one's own life by improving one's decision-making skills, which in turn will lead to improved outcomes in terms of one's health, money, and relationships. Men should seriously consider keeping their testicles if they want to improve their overall health and quality of life. Be sure to keep yourself safe and check in with a medical professional before making any significant alterations to your lifestyle. That's it for today. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching.